What's up, guys? I'm Skiggy. In this video, I'm going to show you how to take down raest in the DPS Mage Tower challenge in Legion. This challenge is probably the most difficult of all the DPS ones. I'd recommend having about a 920 eye level, which is easily achievable by doing Argus Quest and LFR. Make sure you have a lot of nether shards because on some classes it can be pretty difficult. Before you even come in here, you'll need to be prepared by getting a few things. Bring your appropriate class flask, best stat food, defiled augment runes, prolonged power potions, and whichever drums are cheapest on your auction house. Get plenty of each of these things because you may be here for a while. You'll also want to download the Deadly Boss Mod plugin for the Mage Tower called Challenges. Okay, so now we're here. Raest has plans for world domination, and his brother Karam is here to stop him. Raest mind controls his brother and tries to kill you. You have to survive through a couple phases of mechanics that the brothers throw at you. The first active boss here is Karam. He will slowly run towards you and only has a melee attack. If he gets in melee range, he'll do a huge chunk of damage and knock you back. So your strategy here is to kite him. He drops a shadow patch on the ground as he walks, so you'll want to kite him in the middle circle of the room when you can. You'll have to get to the next phase in a reasonable amount of time because his speed gets faster the longer the kiting goes on. At around 35%, Karam goes dormant and raest becomes active. He just stands there in the middle and casts shadow bolts at you, which aren't a threat. He'll also spawn a bunch of shadow beasts, which move slowly and aren't much of a threat if you keep your distance. Your goal here is to do as much damage to raest as possible, since he's the ultimate goal of the quest. The next phase starts just like the first, but it will get a lot harder. Karam will start chasing you, and raest will be dormant. But this time, you'll also have Shadow Edge chasing you, and Karam will sometimes spawn a hand from beyond. This is a floating hand that will immediately start a cast called Grasp from Beyond. These have to die before they cast. If you can't do enough damage, you'll have to interrupt the cast and kill them before it gets off the second time. This can get pretty tough with the purple on the ground, Karam chasing you, and the hands casting, so you'll have a priority list. Number 1, you're going to want to slow or crowd control Karam. Number 2, stop the hands from casting. Number 3, kill the hands. Number 4, kill Karam. This phase again ends when Karam reaches about 35%. Our next intermission phase is like the first. Karam heals up while raest casts shadow bolts. From this time on, raest will be killable, so he'll be our new focus. We will get introduced to our final mechanic of the fight. Raest puts a rune on the ground called Rune of Summoning. It starts out large and shrinks. Your goal here is to stand in the rune to disable it. If the rune closes, it spawns a new ad called Thing of Nightmare that will likely cause you to wipe. Think of it like Karam, only it can't be slowed. In our last phase, you'll have all the mechanics, Karam and Shadow Guys chasing you, and spawning and casting, runes spawning and closing, all while having purple circles on the floor. From this time on, you'll start CCing Karam with stuns, fears, and traps since raest is killable. This causes you to have a new priority. 1. Stand in runes. 2. Crowd control Karam. 3. Interrupt hands. 4. Kill hands. And 5. Kill raest. You'll really be challenged in this last phase to use most of your class mechanics to keep everything under control. Check out my class guides to see tips and tricks I learned for each class to complete the encounter. I really hope this helped you guys. Congrats on your new skin.